The Filipino American Cancer Care now brings you On the Air with FACC, tributes and support to those impacted by cancer. On the Air with FACC, the Filipino American Cancer Care on PHLV Radio.
We're back dito sa ating radio show On the Air with FACC, Filipino American Cancer Care. Ngayon sa second part ng ating interview, atin namang makakasama, we are going to have one of our cancer patient beneficiaries of the Filipino American Cancer Care Fashion Festival. She is from Orlando,
Florida.
Yes, and she used to be a teacher, no, dito sa Amerika. And her name is Marjorie Bellamy. She is stage 3 cancer patient. Hi, Marjorie. Welcome dito sa ating radio show On the Air with FACC.
Hi po. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sis.
Yes, and thank you so much for being with us. And ngayong ano na to, no, probably ngayon matatanggap mo na yung assistance from the Filipino American Cancer Care. How does it feel na isa ka sa mga nakasama? 23 kayo, no? Ang dami-daming mga nag-a-apply for financial assistance.
Right. Very, very privileged. Thankful po talaga kasi very selective nga lang po yung spots, and to be able to be part of that and accepted is really a great blessing, especially right now because I actually stopped working since May of this year, and I wasn't able to go back to work right away. I was supposed to go back August, but it did not happen kasi nga I did my surgery. So I had my mastectomy August of 9th this year. So when I spoke to the principal, they said they had to fill the spot na and they cannot wait for me anymore because, you know, students are coming in and I'm only one teacher, so they can just replace me right away. So unfortunately, I lost the spot, and yeah, I guess that's part of being a cancer patient. So to be part of this, to be a beneficiary is really a great blessing po talaga. Kaya I'm really grateful to our donors and everything, and of course you, sis, I'm very grateful na napili po ako, and thank you po.
Yes, and I'm sorry, medyo malat yung aking boses ngayon. But anyway, thank you so much, Marjorie, for being with us also this evening dito sa ating radio show para mag-advocate tungkol sa cancer. And you are a stage 3 breast cancer warrior. Where are you from in the Philippines?
I'm originally from Olongapo City. I was actually born in Manila, Makati actually. And then my mom and my grandma moved to Olongapo City. That's Zambales area. So yeah, I actually grew up there, and then I moved here 2016 to States. So I've been here six years, going 7 years. Yeah. So Olongapo City po, that's Zambales area.
Do you have any family members ba dito sa Amerika?
Unfortunately, not even one, not even friends. So
alam mo yan, ang pinakamalungkot na ano.
Right.
I
Yeah.
remember that nung bago ako dumating dito sa Amerika, yung bang wala kang support group na talagang kaibigan mo. Although may kaibigan ka, malayo naman, pero yung family member talaga, 'di ba?
It's very hard. Like I remember the first time, it's very depressing. Actually, after this time, naman very depressing. But then, especially that I'm going through this. Actually, this is my second time having my cancer. I had it back in the Philippines 8 years ago. And at that time, I was surrounded with my family, my friends, my church people, my church friends. So I was surrounded with the great support talaga. And like here, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't really get that support. Iba pa din po talaga pag nandoon tayo sa bansa natin. And at the same time, our family is just right there na every little things naka-support sila. Unlike here, even if you're in pain, sometimes you just have to endure it kasi ikaw lang eh. You have to be strong. Kaya ano po, medyo mahirap talaga na nag-iisa. Not even distant relatives, wala po talaga. So, solo.
Oh, wow. And then you are married, di ba?
Yes, I am married po.
How long have you been married na?
I've been married since 2016.
Oh, so 2016. Do you have kids?
Yes, I do have 2 kids po. So my first child is 15-year-old. It's actually my child from when I was single, bago pa ako
Mhm.
ikasal. So I was a single mom for long, and then I met my husband, and we both shared a daughter. She's 5 right now. So I have a 15-year-old son and a 5-year-old daughter.
Mhm. So
So 10
kasama mo
years
sila
gap.
ngayon dito sa Amerika?
Yes, both of them. I actually came here first by myself, and then after a year, I brought my son here to be with
Mhm.
me.
And teacher
So
ka
he's
sa
yeah,
atin, 'di
both.
ba? Teacher ka
Yes
doon?
po, high school teacher. Yes, I was a high
Oo.
school teacher back in the Philippines, and actually before I moved here, I was a head teacher because I was working at
Ah,
yeah, I was working at academy, head teacher ako doon, and I was supposed to go to Japan,
to be a
Tokyo,
teacher.
Japan. Right, right, to be a teacher in Tokyo, Japan, and I met my husband, and he says he couldn't handle long distance relationship anymore. So yeah, instead of renewing my contract to go back to Japan, it's actually supposed to be my second time. It did not work because we both decided to just push the visa to go here.
Mhm. Wow,
So
grabe
yeah,
ha.
and
What subject are you teaching in the Philippines and here in the
Language
US?
arts. Language arts po. I was majoring English in the Philippines, high school teacher, English major. And then
Mhm.
when I moved here, I was really hesitant kasi sabi ko, oh my goodness, that's America. So what would they do? Diba? Parang they don't need me
Mm.
kasi nga
At saka iba
English
yung
major, and
English
this is
dito kaysa sa atin, 'di ba?
right, right. So sabi
They
ko,
have their
ano ba yan?
colloquial
Parang
expression, yung slang nila.
right, right. So sobrang nagda-doubt ako noon. I doubt myself. Sabi ko, how can I teach there? And these are, native speakers. Sanay ako sa mga non-native like Filipinos and other nationals from Asian countries. Pero sabi ko, paano ako magtuturo dito? Pero yun nga po, I'm very grateful kasi nung dumating ako dito, teachers are very needed. So yeah,
Oo. May
and
ano
then
talaga, may
I was
demand.
right, right. And then I was lucky to get the spot. So before I was diagnosed, I was actually teaching as a middle school teacher.
Teka muna,
I was
yung
teaching
asawa
six to
mo,
eight
siya ba
grade
yung
students.
nagdala dito sa'yo o nag-apply ka sa isang agency to become a teacher?
Siya po nagdala. So we
And
use
then you
fiancé
applied
visa.
lang. Oo, tapos
Yes, I
nag-apply ka
applied
na.
lang.
Well, you're very
Yes.
lucky kasi yung iba talaga dumadaan sa matinding process para maging teacher
Right,
dito sa
right,
US.
right. Yeah. So yeah, even my husband, he was very surprised. He even said, "Oh, you're lucky," and I'm like,
Mm.
"No, I'm blessed."
Aha. You're
So
really blessed kasi
yeah,
nagkaroon ka ng opportunity to become a teacher in the US and despite of the fact na yung background mo is English, 'di ba? And so many English
right.
teachers in the United States.
Right, right. I was so doubtful talaga, and even when I applied and I first had my interview, I was nervous, and I don't know what to say kasi parang sabi ko my background, even though I've been teaching for long, but that was in the Philippines, and for me to be, to be a teacher here and teaching the native speakers, their pronunciation is
Mhm,
even way
mm.
better than me.
Mhm.
So nakakahiya, pero
Mm.
naisalba naman,
Yeah,
naisalba.
pero 'di ba sabi nga nila yung English naman is like a combination of all the languages in the whole world.
Right.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah.
Kaya
So
wala
yes,
namang
sa
perfect na
language arts.
accent. Mhm. At saka yung mga
Exactly. Even
Filipino.
right, even Native Americans sa mga taga Texas and everything, so
Oo.
they have their own accent naman talaga.
Mm.
So
At saka
kaya
magugulat ka ha, sa South, yung eyes, nagugulat ako sa pronunciation nila. Oh. 'Di ba?
opo, opo. Opo, at saka ang kagandahan kasi siguro dahil tayo kasi mga Pilipino, studios din naman talaga tayo. So ang ano dito, so pag nagtuturo ka po ng English dito, they're more on the written part. So doon sila mahina. They can
Mm.
pronounce the word very proper talaga, pero when it comes to writing, doon na sila
Aha.
lumelagwak.
At
The
saka yung sa
grammar, the
spelling
spelling.
nila, oo.
Right,
Pero yung mga
right. Opo.
Filipino naman, very particular sa grammar. Akala mo
Right.
perfect yung grammar nila at sila rin ang bumabatiko sa kapwa nila Filipino.
Exactly, exactly. Yep, very alert sila. Yung grammar mo mali naman. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Aha. Pero dito sa sa Pilipinas ha, kaya nga nang dumating ako dito sa Amerika, I was confused kasi doon sa Pilipinas ang pronoun natin na he, she, babae, lalaki,
Right.
walang gano'n.
Mhm.
Sa
Mm.
atin, ang pronoun ng babae at lalaki, siya. Siya ay
Mhm.
ganito.
Mhm.
Siya ang
Mhm, mm.
nandoon, 'di ba? Kaya sabi ng
Mm,
asawa ko,
mm.
sabi niya, "Why are you saying sometimes he or she?" Oh, I was confused because
Right. It happens, kahit naman ako, it happens din sometimes talaga. Lalo
aha,
'pag very comfortable na tayo, kaya
aha.
yun. Mhm.
Hindi ka ba nahirapang maging teacher sa mga bata, sa mga high school?
Well, back in the Philippines, challenging na because I was teaching in a public school po. So 60 students. I had 60 students in the Philippines.
Imagine, doon sa
And,
Pilipinas, 60, yun ang mga kaklase ko noon. My gosh, gosh,
right.
60 kami sa
Six,
isang classroom. Dito yata mga 15 or 12
right.
or 10.
Well, dito po yung sa last work ko, maximum po lagi 25. So usually
Okay. Public
18 to
school kasi, di
20.
ba? Public school.
That was in the Philippines. Pero ito pong school ko last time is private school naman po siya. Christian
Mm-mm.
Academy siya.
Okay.
So, pero they limit talaga the number of kids. So, sabi ko nga, kahit sila, they're surprised. Sabi ko nga, when I was in the Philippines, I used to teach kako 60 students in one classroom.
Mm-mm.
And
Ang liit
I
pa ng
had,
classroom.
ano po?
Maliit pa yung classroom.
Yes, mainit pa. So, mainit na. Sira-sira pa yung upuan natin. Diyos
That's
ko
right.
talaga. Pero ang nakakatuwa naman po sa atin, lagi ko pong pinagmamalaki din talaga yun as a teacher din talaga na in the Philippines, even though you had 60 students in one class, kahit pa sira-sira yung upuan natin, the students are still very respectful po talaga. Unlike here, I've
Mhm.
experienced worse talaga here. So, parang sabi ko, oh my goodness, I've been teaching for many years. I was never disrespected this way.
Mhm.
So, dito ko po naranasan, marami po talagang brat. So, lalo dito ang dami pong laws. So, you cannot even point your fingers to your student and they would just say, why are you pointing your fingers at me? So, they would
Mhm.
roll their eyes. Lahat ng attitude talaga mararanasan mo, but you cannot really do anything. Unlike sa Pilipinas, pwede mong palabasin ng room, may embarrass sila. Here, you cannot embarrass them.
Mhm.
So,
And
ang
hindi
daming
kanila tinatawag na ma'am.
right, right. Wala pong ganun. So, tapos pag na-miss yung homework sa atin sa Pilipinas, pag na-miss yung homework, may papalo-palo pa ng ruler eh.
Mm. Mm.
Na ano, pero here, they miss their homework, they don't care. So,
Mhm.
they pass or
And
not. So,
sometimes they act like they have the authority against you.
yes, exactly. Yeah. So, you really have to be careful po. Yun lang po talagang challenging part pagka nagturo ka dito sa US
Mm.
kasi sobrang dami ng laws. So, yung respect, yung respeto na dapat sana meron tayo as a teacher, as an adult, minsan hindi natin nakukuha talaga eh. Parang very toxic din talaga magturo dito.
Mm.
I just
Pero
love teaching
you
lang
know what?
talaga.
It makes you it toughens yourself as a person, 'di
Yes.
ba? And
Yes, yes.
ang experience ko dito, no, nakapagturo din ako sa early childhood development na para bang binibigyan ka ng kalayaan bilang isang
Yes.
teacher and to widen
Mm-mm.
the scope of your knowledge and patience, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
look at it on the other side of the aisle.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Sabi
now
ko nga
let's
eh,
yeah, go
mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying na yun nga po, yung experience din talaga, even though mahirap, pero it's helping you then in a different way then. So, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Marjorie, you look very healthy ngayon, no?
You're
Habang
right.
kausap kita.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
you're very charming and nakikita ko yung positivity sa mukha mo. Now, tell us
Right.
about your background naman bilang isang cancer warrior.
Okay. Well, even back in the Philippines, when I had my first diagnosis, it was 1 month before my 26th birthday. It was really a shocker kasi
When was that?
none of
Anong year?
sorry.
Kailan to?
That was I think 2013.
Mm-mm.
So 2013 because I had my surgery 2014. So yeah, 2013 I was diagnosed. Um that was like I think that was my 26th birthday and it was a shocker kasi I'm the type of person who doesn't really check my breast and I was a single mom at the time. Wala naman akong boyfriend and everything. And even though I have, so I still don't check my
Mm-mm.
breast, like
Mm-mm.
self-check. Hindi ko nakauglaan. And one time when my cousins from another country they came to visit, they invited us to go to Palawan, and we all went to Palawan, we had fun, and then when we got back home I saw one pimple near my right breast. So
Mm-mm.
sabi ko, why is this pimple here? And very strange kasi parang ang weird. So sabi ko hindi ako makakapag lower like lower neck side ng damit kasi lalabas yung pimple medyo jahe. So I told my mom, sabi ko, Mommy, tingnan mo yung pimple, ang laki, ganyan. So, yun nga, and then to cut the story short, it turned out na when I pressed that pimple, I realized na may bukol pala ako sa breast. So sabi ko sa mami ko,
Gaano ba
yung,
kalaki yung pimple na yon?
well, like, it's actually a normal pimple. It just
Mm.
happened na parang naging sign lang siya para ma-press ko yung breast ko.
Oh,
So, right,
okay.
it's really a pimple po talaga. So, I
Mm.
bought like a pimple lotion and then minamassage ko siya. So, yung pag-press ko po, doon ko naramdaman na may bukol pala yung, kasi po,
Mm.
medyo gifted tayo, medyo malaki yung breast.
Mm.
So,
Pero hindi ka naman
nung
dense. Hindi dense yung breast mo. Hindi yung
no, hindi po,
okay.
they look
Malaki lang
normal.
talaga. Oo.
Opo, malaki yung breast ko and then they both look normal. I never had like a discharge, blood
Mm.
discharge,
Mm.
nothing like that po talaga. So when I pressed it and I felt the lump, I called my mom and right away, actually I called the doctor, nagpa-schedule po talaga ulit agad ako. And then after just 2 days, I went to see a doctor. They did the ultrasound and stuff. Originally, they said it's not cancer po.
Mm.
So,
Ganyan
sabi
talaga
nila,
sila. Sinasabi nilang benign, benign, benign. Ako
right,
nasanay ako sa benign, ha? When
right.
kasi I'm very proactive when it comes to my health, especially sa
Mm-hmm.
mammogram. And
Right.
yun na nga, nagkaroon lang ako ng 6 months lang na hindi na lumampas ako sa 1 year. So,
Mm-hmm.
it took me like 1 year and 6 months bago magpa-mammogram uli because all my
They're
results
normal.
ng mammogram talagang normal. And then,
Mm-hmm.
yun na nga, ay, benign, benign, benign. And then suddenly, it's not benign.
Right, right. And back in the Philippines, medyo ano kasi tayo backward. So in the
Oo.
Philippines backward. So anong nangyari? When they told me it's benign, sabi nila, you if you want to remove it, pwede nating tanggalin. So sabi ko naman dahil nga ako yung tao na ayoko nung may strange things sa sarili ko inside going na iisip-isipin ko pa. Sabi ko, okay, let's go ahead, let's do it. So right after that appointment, we scheduled the lumpectomy po. That was like 2 weeks
Mm,
after that meeting. So I
mm-mm,
did my lumpectomy and
mm-mm. Pero
I
alam
was
mo,
very
ako I encourage people na para sa akin ha,
yes,
mastectomy talaga ang at first in my case gusto nila
right,
lumpectomy, but then
right,
the surgeon was saying ang laki ng chance na maaring bumalik ang cancer pag lumpectomy, and it happens
right,
karamihan, di ba?
right.
Depende, but
Yes po. That
sa'yo parang bumalik
right.
siya.
That's ganun po talaga yung nangyari actually. So they said it's benign. It's just a cyst, normal cyst daw. So lumpectomy. I did lumpectomy. And after the lumpectomy, sabi ko, it's only like 2 inches stitches po sa right breast ko. Tinanggal lang siya. It's 2 cm. 2
Mm-mm.
2 centimeter po yung bukol. And then my doctor said, yeah, it will heal and stuff like that. Pero sabi ko, parang after a month or two, parang hindi nag-heal yung sugat ko. So sabi ko, what's going on? Bakit parang hindi nag-heal? Tapos
Mm-mm.
pinipress ko, may matigas pa din po sa loob. So I went to see my doctor again. So sabi ko, Doc, bakit po Bakit matigas pa din? Tapos sabi ko, parang hindi gumagaling yung sugat. Magto 2 months na. Tapos sabi ko, ano po ba yung result ng ng biopsy ko dun sa lump? Di po nila chinek. So kung di ko pa sinabi, they
Mm.
would not check it.
Oh my
So,
gosh, behind talaga ang
right.
Pilipinas sa advancement ng technology sa breast cancer screening.
Right. Sobrang palpak po talaga. So sabi ko, I'm there. Buti na lang attentive ako, chine-check ko. Sabi ko, bakit hindi nag-heal and everything? So, yun po, dun nila itines yung lump. And when they called me after that, it turned out cancer po. So, I
Anong
started
stage
doubting.
daw?
At that time, wala pa pong stage nung binayopsy yung lump na 2 centimeters. So sabi po, it turned out positive sa cancer, ganyan-ganyan. So I started doubting my doctor kasi parang sabi ko, all along sabi niyo benign. And then, if
Mm-mm.
I didn't push it, hindi ko pa malalaman na cancer pala yun.
Mm-mm.
So I kind of waited po. It actually took me almost a year bago
Wow.
nagpa-opera ulit. And
So anong operasyon naman ang pinagawa mo after ng
ma-
first lumpectomy?
mastectomy po. I did
Pinakuha
mastectomy.
mo na yung isa lang?
Right. At eto pa nga po ang hassle kasi so I started doubting doctors. So I keep moving. I even went to Manila. That was like 4 hours away from my hometown. And mag-isa lang akong bumabiyahe. Siguro dahil very independent ako. Even at that time, actually, hindi ko pa sinasabi sa family ko. I was just going to the doctor hospital by myself. Sinasolo ko talaga. And it took me almost a year to do the mastectomy. And what happened po, yung 2 cm na tinanggal nila, it turned out na may naiwan pa sa loob. And yung naiwan na
Ah,
yon, it
yun.
grew to 8 centimeter po.
Oh my
8
gosh.
cm.
So
It
paano
made
mo
my
naman
breast,
na-discover na 8 centimeter na after ng mastectomy?
I can see it po. No. After lumpectomy, so I waited almost a year lang.
Oo.
So from mastectomy, they took it, from lumpectomy, they took it out. It says 2 centimeter. Pero it turned out may naiwan po sa loob. So from that time frame lang, within a year, inalis nila yung 2 cm. Kung ano man yung naiwan sa loob, it grew to
Mm.
8 centimeter po. Sobrang, it made my breast imbalance. I can see it talaga na I had to put another padding on the left para lang po maging even kasi I was teaching. So, I was in front of students and everything. So, jahe na parang imbalance yung breast mo.
Mm.
And I'm keeping it to myself na ganun yung itsura ng breast ko. Para na po siyang puputok talaga.
Mm.
And yun, unfortunately po, after moving to different doctors, and yun nga, nag-decide ako na ipatanggal na. Pero none of them told me na, hey, gawin na nating double mastectomy kasi it can happen again. Wala po nagsabi
Mm.
sa akin ng ganun sa Pilipinas. So, I thought, once you have your cancer once, that's it. You can move on with your life na okay na, wala na eh.
Mm.
So, I only took one breast. They did mastectomy for my right breast po, and I stayed flat on the right side. And I
Mm.
have my left side still there. And fast forward, when I moved here, one hospital offered genetic testing, pero ano po,
Mm.
related sa ancestry. So
Mm.
sabi ko, oh, this is
Yung
interesting.
BRCA.
Parang,
Mm. Ganyan sila
right,
dito
right.
sa
Pero,
Amerika. Yung mutation
right,
ng ano mo, ng BRCA kung meron kang cancer history sa
yes.
family mo.
Yes po. And in the Philippines, it was never offered then. I was never told to do that and everything. So wala po. I was completely unaware about it. So when I moved here, when the hospital offered genetic testing, and at first they said it's about ancestry, so you can do your DNA to find out your background. So sabi ko, oh,
Mhm. Mhm.
parang masaya to kasi
Pasensya ka na yung
ancestry.
aso ko, ha?
It's
Kailangan
okay po.
magsalita ka lang. Mm.
sabi ko, that's cool. Sabi ko, ganun, ancestry background. So I want to know my background, my
Mhm.
ancestors, ganyan. So I did join and I filled out.
Mhm.
And when they called me, so they submitted my DNA results. So nakita ko nga po yung background ko and
Mm. Mm.
everything. And then
Excuse me,
after,
ha? Bibigyan ko ng pagkain itong aso, ha?
sige po,
Live
sige po.
tayo.
Sure, sure.
Andito na para maipagpatuloy natin yung ating kwentuhan. Medyo ano to baby pa kasi. O sige, just now, you have your food. Sige, pasensya ka na, Marge.
It's okay
Okay,
po.
let's continue. Okay, so what
So
happens then?
ayun po, after knowing my DNA background, they called me again and they asked me, "Are you interested to know your genetic testing about diseases? Baka meron daw akong hereditary disease, ganyan." So, sabi ko dun sa counselor, kako, sure, kasi kako I'm a breast cancer survivor, kako ganun. I already had cancer na. So sabi ko, of course I wanna know. Even though kako at that time, none of my family, actually even up to this time, none of my mother's side has cancer. My grandma is still very strong, my mom. So wala po talagang may sakit. Ultimo, diabetes and everything. Wala silang mga sakit. Nakuha ko na lahat ng
Oh,
sakit.
wow.
Because I'm also diabetic po and I have high blood pressure. Um, so, yun nga po, sabi ko, go ahead, do it. And then it turned out, I am BRCA1 positive.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I never heard of that. And sabi ko, ano ba yan? And when I read the result and they discussed it with me, it turned out I have hereditary breast cancer and ovarian cancer.
In
So
the
sabi ko,
family.
right. And it turned out it's from my dad's side. And I wasn't able to really meet my dad's side because yung father ko po German kasi. So
Mm.
I didn't really get the chance to meet that side. So sabi ko, wow, ang dami ipapamana. Pinamana pa sa akin yung sakit.
Mm. Na-met mo ba yung daddy mo?
No po. Actually, the reason why I did my DNA ancestry, kasi nga, my family, my mom, my grandma, they said I'm half German. My dad is
Mm-mm.
German, and I never got the chance to meet him.
And you don't
And
really look like a Filipino, huh?
right po. So sabi ko, okay, I look different from them. My mom is very morena and my
Mm-mm.
grandma looks Chinese. So sabi ko, okay, I look different. Pero yung alam mo po yung not knowing who your other half is, yung parang
Mm-mm.
yung father mo, medyo nakakalungkot. So when I did my ancestry, it confirmed naman na I'm half German. So sabi ko, okay, my mom is not lying and my grandma,
Mm-mm.
even though I did not na met him, kasi nawala daw po yung mga picture nung nagbagyo. Pero yun nga po. So I don't know anything about him because he died early daw when I was just
Mm-mm.
1 year old. So yun po. So I have BRCA1 positive, and when I found out, that was like 2018 actually, when I found out that I have BRCA1 positive. Sabi ko sa husband ko, this is not good. Kako, if
Mm-mm.
I knew back then in the Philippines that I was BRCA1 positive, I would have done double mastectomy.
Mm-mm.
Sabi ko, now that I have one here sitting, I feel like it's a ticking time bomb na,
Mm-mm.
kako, it's my gut instinct. I felt in my heart talaga na anytime soon babalik. Sabi ko sa husband ko, I want another surgery. I want this gun. I want mastectomy.
Mm. Grabe
Kaso
yung gut
po,
feeling mo, ha?
yes po, I really felt it. I knew it's just a ticking time bomb. It's gonna happen. That was 2018 when I told my
Mm-mm.
husband about it. Sabi ko, I
Bago
want
magkaroon
another
ng COVID.
Right, right, yeah. So sabi ko, I want another mastectomy. I want this gone. Pero we had a discussion, and unfortunately, kasi lalaki, di ba? Parang sa kanya, oh, that's the only normal breast you have and you're gonna remove it. Ano pang matitira? Parang ganon. So even my heart says it's not good to keep it.
Mm-mm.
Trying to consider my husband and everything, I kept it. So I pushed back the surgery. Pero I wasn't happy about it kasi feeling ko anytime, panay ka pa ako sa breast ko. Nasabi ko, anything it can happen. So that was 2018, and now it's 2022. So sabi ko, this actually March, I met my primary doctor, and hindi ko pa rin, may nakapa akong konti, pero I was like hesitant about it. I'm not very sure kung ano yung nakakapa ko sa left breast ko.
Mm-mm.
But sabi ng doctor ko, because I was doing yearly mammogram. I was doing yearly mammogram, and unfortunately 2020 na-miss ko po yung mammogram ko. Kasi
Mm-mm.
yung son ko nagkasakit. So he was in the hospital back and forth, back and forth. So yung focus ko po nandoon sa son ko, wala sa sarili
Mm-mm.
ko.
Mm-mm.
So I missed my 2020 mammogram. And then sabi niya, you missed your 2020 mammogram, so you should do your mammogram now. So, no, 2021, I missed my mammogram. And then sabi niya, I should do my mammogram na daw kasi nga na-miss ko yung 2021, and it's already March of 2022. So sabi ko, okay. But I was nervous kasi nga na-miss ko siya 1 year, and then I can feel na may nakakapa ako doon something, hindi lang ako sure. So I did the mammogram, and when the tech repeated it again, alam ko na sa sarili ko, this is not good. Kasi bakit uulitin? I've been doing this every year. I was doing my mammogram yearly. And this is my first time to experience na ulitin right there. And after niya ulitin, sabi niya, you have to stay a little longer and we have to do the ultrasound.
Mm-mm.
Sabi ko, patay na tayo. Sabi ko, this is not good kasi she repeated my mammogram
Yeah.
twice. And
Mm-hmm.
then she wanted me to do the ultrasound right there.
Mm-hmm.
So after the ultrasound, I can see on the screen. She even went to my armpit area, and
Mm-mm.
then to my breast, like she was going back and forth there. And she said they saw something. It's not even one, it's multiple lumps that they saw, and
Ah.
they saw something in the lymph node also.
And you are only
So
ilang taon ka pa lang?
I'm 35 years old. I just turned 35
Mm-mm.
July this
And
year. So
usually, di ba, pag nagpa-mammogram, you do it at the age of 40.
40s, right? 40s up po talaga.
Mm-mm.
But
Pero
because I
mayroon
have
ka ng
cancer history,
history, yeah, at the age of
right? So
26.
right, yeah, because of that cancer history at the age of 26, they required me to do the mammogram yearly. So it's like a mandatory part of my medical
Mm-mm.
thing to do talaga every
Mhm.
year.
May existing
Right.
condition ka, yeah.
Right. So Yeah, so yun po, when they did the mammogram and ultrasound, they required me to do the biopsy, and it confirmed na it's cancer po. So even back then, kahit yung mga friends ko sa Pilipinas, they would say na kung hindi ko pa daw sasabihin na may cancer ako, nobody would know that I have cancer. I was
Kahit
actually able to
ngayon,
keep it.
kahit hindi mo sabihin, nobody, 'di ba? Pero
Right,
kaya nga you don't have the right to judge anybody. Kung
right,
hindi
because you
mo
don't know
alam
what
kung
they're
ano,
going
yeah.
through.
Yung story
Right.
behind themselves, 'di ba?
Right. Yeah, they can smile. They can put a lot of stuff in their social media account. We
Mhm.
normally put good things in social media, but nobody knows what's behind those pictures, behind those
Mhm.
smiles.
Mhm.
So, siguro talent ko yata mag-hide ng mag-hide ng mga pinagdadaanan, but I'm grateful kay God na I have this positive attitude despite everything, kasi sabi ko nga, if I'm not like this, siguro every little things, I am depressed, it happens, I'm stressed,
At saka
pero
yung gamot natin, nakaka-depress talaga. Yung side effect is isa na ang depression. Ano bang tinitake
right.
mo? Tamoxifen?
No, not yet. Well, triple negative po kasi ako, so they don't
Walang
recommend the.
tatalab sa'yo, oo, walang
Yes,
gamot.
unfortunately.
Oo. Pareho
So
kayo ni Jennifer Griffin, yung correspondent, national security correspondent ng Fox News.
wow, yeah,
Triple
so
negative. She's a friend of
yeah.
mine.
Wow. So yeah, it's very hard po kasi triple negative, no targeted therapy. So parang sabi ko, I cannot even take anything kasi
Mm.
parang yeah, it's triple negative. They
Oo.
cannot really
Pero alam mo
detect
kung anong
your.
nakatulong sa kanya, sabi niya sa akin?
Mhm.
Puwede kang mag-reach out din sa kanya diyan sa social media 'no? Yung quinoa, siya ang nagturo sa'kin no'n na kumain, eh.
Talaga?
Yeah.
I tried it once pero hindi ko pa po na-push.
Ay ano, turuan kita kung paano magluto na parang kanin. Kasi ako talaga
Ah,
bumili ng ano, special na rice cooker.
right, right. For that.
From Japan 'yun, eh, na rice cooker. Tapos
Oo.
niluluto ko siya na parang kanin, masarap pa nga sa kanin, eh.
Wow.
And I
Yeah, yeah.
mix it with red and white quinoa.
That's good, that's good. Te-try ko nga po para ano, yun nga, kasi parang ang hirap po lalo sa diet. Sobrang hirap po
Mm,
ako sa diet ngayon kasi siyempre as a nanay, you have two kids, kailangan mo magluto and to cook separately for yourself. Parang pagod ka na doon pa lang sa isang cooking. So minsan I push back for my own, for my own health and food. Nauuna yung priority ko for my kids na yung food muna nila. And then I already drained myself na, so I cannot prepare for myself na, yun yung usually
mm.
nangyayari.
So
Pero
kailan mo nalaman na
actually,
stage 3 yung breast cancer mo?
before my mastectomy, before my left side mastectomy. So that was
How were you able
June.
to make that decision na talagang ipatanggal ko na 'to? 'Di ba para kayong nagkakaroon pa ng argument ng husband mo na 'wag ipatanggal?
Actually, probably he was like maybe guilty because I
Mhm,
was a little mad when I found out that it's cancer. Na parang sabi ko, I knew it. I knew in my gut feeling na it's a ticking time bomb. It can
tama.
happen.
Oo.
So if I felt like if I would have listened to myself na nagpa-opera, I don't have to go through this again. Sabi ko, because I considered him and his decision, here I am back into the same spot after being a survivor for 8 years.
Mm,
So almost 9 years. So sabi ko, I was disappointed. So I guess he felt it. Kaya parang no comment na lang siya, and then he just supported whatever decision I wanted to do with this situation I'm in right now. So parang tahimik na lang siya. So I do the lead now. So I told him, this is my body, this is my health, and I'll do my decision. Sabi ko, this
mhm,
is my life.
mhm,
Sabi ko, kaya quiet na lang siya. So when it comes to my health, I do the decision making talaga. I'm done. Sabi ko nga eh, I considered you once and this is what happened. So sabi ko, no more. When it comes to
mm,
my body, when it comes to my health, my life, I will do the decision. So that
mm,
was June when they diagnosed me. They said well, May, but they said I was stage 3C. No, actually stage 3A muna po. That was June. Kasi nga nag-positive din yung lymph node. So they call it multifocal
mm,
lumps or
mm.
tumors. Ibig
Oo.
sabihin po
Nasa focal
nag-overlapping yung.
point na siya, napupunta na siya sa C, from A to C, 'di
Right.
ba?
Right. And then when I first had my cancer, it was one lump. This time po, ano siya, para
Multiples.
siyang multiple, pero po ano, hindi siya hiwalay-hiwalay eh. They're connected. Parang
Oo, parang
nagko-combine siya.
cluster. Aha.
Right. So ganun po yung case nung bukol ko this time. And
Mm.
may nakahiwalay din na isa, pero nung tinanggal po nila, nung when I had the mastectomy, it became C kasi po yung size ng bukol, it was 5.2 centimeter and then 4.6. So dalawa siya sa breast, and then nag-positive po ako once sa lymph node. They took out 19 lymph nodes. So, 19 talaga
Ang
na lymph nodes.
dami.
And grateful ako na isa lang po yung nag-positive. So, they took out 19, and out of 19, one turned out positive. So, yung 18 po negative sa cancer. So, sabi
Mm.
ko, I'm still blessed even though it's
Mm.
stage 3C na parang sabi ko nga po kanina, 'di ba, isang kurap na lang, I'm gonna be stage 4. So, it's already
Mm.
out of my breast eh. Parang
That's
naglalakbay
right.
na siya.
Oo.
So, yun po. So, it's stage 3C, and then after the mastectomy, they confirm it's triple negative.
Mm.
But before that, they said it's estrogen positive. Pero
Mm.
yun nga, after the mastectomy, they said it's triple negative.
Mm. So ano yung
Um,
naging impact nito sa'yo?
Actually po, siguro, sabi ko nga, it's a blessing in disguise na this is my second time na. Kasi,
And you're
talking to
in America. Kasi
right.
Pinas,
Sabi
it
ko,
could be
sabi ko,
worse.
right po, sabi ko, despite the depression and mga pinagdaanan ko, sabi ko, what would happen to me kung na-diagnose ako sa Pilipinas for the second time? When I had my first cancer, talagang deep out ko lahat yung savings ko. Talagang sobrang, even though I have my PhilHealth, ang laki pa rin po ng ginastos ko talaga. And I was a single
Mm.
mom. Pinag-aaral ko yung anak ko. I was a breadwinner back home. Panganay po kasi ako.
Mm.
So, to have cancer in the Philippines, sabi nga natin, pang mayaman na sakit yan eh.
And
So,
even here in the United States, this
right,
is a
sobrang,
high-end disease.
sobrang
Pero
magastos po
karamihan
talaga.
din sa
So,
naging biktima, mga mahihirap.
exactly. And that's very sad po. Sabi ko nga eh, nung time na nagkasakit ako sa Pilipinas, sabi ko, kung doon ako nagkasakit ulit, baka ako that's it. Hindi ko na alam kung kaya ko pa
Mm.
ipagamot yung sarili ko. I probably gonna die na lang kasi
Mhm.
hindi ko na alam eh, yung gastos pa lang. So I'm grateful na nandito ako kasi we have insurance kahit papano. Even though they're not paying everything, at least sobrang laki po ng tulong na nagpipay ang insurance sa health
At
natin. So,
saka may mga charities dito, no?
right,
Yung mga hospital, meron silang mga financial assistance kung talagang kulang ka sa
right po.
finances or below income ka or wala ka talagang trabaho, wala kang bahay, anything. You just have
Right,
to prove it.
right. Sobrang iba po talaga yung advancement dito and yung tulong nila. Kaya I'm very grateful
Mhm.
talaga
Saka pinapahaba talaga nila yung buhay mo dito sa
right,
Amerika.
right, na nandito ako. And then sabi ko nga eh, blessing in disguise na second time ko na kasi how I'm handling it now, I would say is way better than how I was handling it back then. Kasi at the
Mm.
time when I was first diagnosed, palagi akong umiiyak. So, every time na
Mm.
makikita ko yung son ko, kasi maliit pa lang siya, so parang feeling ko iiwan ko na siya.
Mm.
Anytime soon, mamamatay ka na. Kasi parang ganun yung mentality natin sa Pilipinas na once you have your cancer,
Cancer.
mamamatay ka
Yeah,
din.
it's a death sentence.
Right, it's a death sentence po talaga. So, sobrang hirap when I first had my battle. Unlike now na I've been there, alam ko na yung pakiramdam. So, sabi ko nga eh, before every time na imi-meet ko yung mga doctors, walang time na hindi ako umiiyak. Lagi akong nagbe-breakdown. Parang feeling ko mamamatay na ako, ganyan, sobrang lungkot. Here in the States, I've met a lot of doctors and I never once cried. Kahit yung mga note nila na lagi nilang sinasabi na she's very attentive, she looks very healthy. So,
Mhm.
so yun po.
So
Sabi ko
anong
nga,
advice ng mga
blessing in
doktor
disguise.
sa'yo? Kasi nga, triple negative ka.
Well, ano po, I was told to do chemotherapy and that's 18 cycles. Unknown pa yung radiation. But sasalang po ulit ako for surgery next month. Actually, November 14, I'm gonna have another major surgery. And yun po, medyo mahirap kasi supposed to be for next year siya. Nagkaroon lang ng complication sa doctor and everything. Pero I'm grateful na isingit ako ng doctor ko. So instead of next year, they're gonna be doing the surgery next month,
Mm.
November 14,
Pero
and that's
nagkaroon ka na
couple
ng
weeks away.
mastectomy, 'di ba?
Yes po. So I'm currently flat right now. Wala po talaga
You
akong
need to
breast. So
have a reconstruction or yung D-flap?
reconstruction po.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I'm doing deep lap po.
Oo.
So
Hindi madali ang D-flap,
natatakot.
ha? Oo.
Yes, I'm scared.
No,
Kayo po,
don't
ano
be
po ba
scared
yung
kasi alam mo naman yung feeling ng mastectomy na, 'di ba? Para kang sinaksak. After nung ano
sobrang
grabe.
yung grabe po yung
Pareho
drains po,
tayo. Ako nga maliit lang,
yung
eh.
oh my goodness, yung tube po talaga, like, yung
Oo.
first 3 weeks ko was a nightmare. Hindi ako
Mm.
makatulog. I cried. Every little
Mm.
movement, parang
Yes,
hinuhugot ko
oo.
na napupunit yung
Oo.
skin.
Mm.
Sobrang, sobrang hirap po. Kaya, I'm scared kasi sabi ko, Diyos ko,
Don't be
that was
scared. Mm.
two drains lang yung sa
Mm.
mastectomy ko eh. Sabi ko, then this one is deep flap.
Oo.
4 to 6 drains daw.
Mm.
So sabi ko, Diyos ko po, 4 to 6, nag-suffer ako sa 2 drains. Sabi ko, am I really doing it to myself? Kasi parang
Mm.
4 to 6
Sinong
drains and then
mag-aalaga sa'yo? May mga friends ka ba diyan aside from your husband? Kasi mahirap,
wala
eh.
nga,
You know, when I
wala
had
nga
that
po eh.
mastectomy, kailangan ko ng kapatid ko, ng kaibigan ko na nurse. Mayroon pang, you ask your insurance kasi bibigyan kanila ng tao na yung parang nurse din.
Mag-a-assist po.
Oo, once
Hindi
or
ko
2
pa
weeks.
na
Once a week
hindi,
pupunta siya sa'yo para tingnan yung yung ide-dressing niya, 'no? Depende sa insurance
oh,
mo. Kasi yung sa akin,
ichi
ang dami kong katulong
meron.
noon, oo.
Wow, sana nga po kasi sobrang hirap. Parang
At saka yung 'pag ano
gusto
mo
ko nga po
lang,
sanang
from the bed going
ano po?
yung sa bed ba 'pag nakahiga ka,
I
ang hirap nun, eh.
Opo, sobra.
Mm.
Sobra. So, sabi ko, I'm really worried kasi sabi ko itong D-flap, dalawa yung tahi mo, so from top and down. So, sabi ko, Diyos ko, kaya ko ba 'to? Sabi sa'kin ng doctor, 8 to 15 hours sa
Mm.
operating room.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
that's very long because when I had my mastectomy, it's almost 4 hours lang, eh. So,
Mm.
itong deep,
D-flap,
sabi sa'kin, eight to
oo.
fifteen
Yun ba
hours
talaga ang
and
recommendation nila sa'yo? Kasi yung reconstruction na sa akin walang
mhm,
gano'ng D-flap kasi wala daw akong
mhm,
fats.
mhm, mhm.
Yung sa'yo talaga D-flap na kukunin nila yung fat sa thighs mo, 'di ba?
Opo, yun ang pinaka-recommendation sa'kin kasi po yung first mastectomy ko, yung sa Pilipinas,
Mm.
yung tahi is very odd. So, patayo siya and then sobrang flat na po, wala siyang extra skin,
Mm.
no extra skin, parang butot balat, nakakapa mo na yung ribs mo.
Mm.
So, sobrang drain talaga yung sa Pilipinas. So, sabi ng doctor, walang extra skin. So, kung
Mm.
ilalagay natin sa silicone, wala kang extra skin on the right side. Kailangan pa rin nating magtapyas ng donor from your body. So, he
Oh.
says, even I do the other one, kailangan pa rin akong kuhanin ng donor sa parts ko. So,
Mm.
another cut, hindi ko maiiwasan yung cut ulit kasi nga yung right side,
Mm.
sobrang odd sa
Mm.
left side.
Pero para ka ng
So,
nag-liposuction 'yan, eh, kasi yung tiyan mo magiging flat.
opo, yun nga po yung sinasabi ng doctor na yun yung other parang bonus niya na. Pero ano nga, ang mahirap kasi yung mga nakikita ko, nag-join po ako ng group ng mga deep lab, mga cancer
Mm.
patients.
Mm.
Ang dami ko nakikitang mga infection, bumubuka yung tahi, tapos
And
even
they have
after
to
that,
do it again.
right, right. And even after surgery, kahit po sabi 'di ba magiging flat yung stomach mo, meron pong mga nag-end up na yung bulge niya nagkaroon ng hernia. So, parang buntis na
Mm.
flat yung puson mo kasi nga do'n tinanggal yung flap, flat yung puson mo pero yung tiyan mo po parang
Mm.
buntis. So, sabi nila, hindi porke you're doing that, magkakaroon ka ng outcome na flat, everything is flat. So,
Mm.
kaya very, very complicated po talaga. Sabi nila 3 to 5 days sa ICU.
Mm.
Kaya sabi ko, Diyos ko, when I had the mastectomy, they sent me home that night. So, I had it in the
Ah,
morning.
ang bilis
Yeah,
naman.
yeah, opo. So,
Mm.
after, I had the surgery in the morning and then afternoon, bago maging gabi, na-discharge na ako. So, dito na ako sa bahay nagpagaling. Unlike dun sa etong deep, ang sinasabi sa akin na 8 to 15 hours sa surgery, And then, I have to stay in the ICU 3 to 5 days. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, magising pa kaya ako? No, nakakatakot. 8 to 15 hours,
Mm.
napakahaba naman
Kaya
yun.
mo yan, nandito ka sa Amerika and you're in good hands.
Yeah.
Yun lang ang isipin mo.
Kaya nga po,
Mm.
sabi ko, ha, unlike sa atin, medyo backward, pero
Mm.
I trust the process, and
Mhm. And the
I
one
know I have
above.
to do this.
Mm.
Yes po, yes po. Kaya, God is in control and everything. Kaya, kailangan lang nating maging matapang kahit
And
minsan
this is
hindi
going
talaga
to
tayo
be
matapang.
na November na, di ba?
Yes po, that was like almost less than 4 weeks na lang yata kasi November 14 eh.
Mm.
So I'm gonna have my pre-op testing November 9.
Mm.
So that's long day po kasi multiple yung appointment na nilagay nila. So November 9, and then November 14, 9 a.m. is gonna be my reconstruction surgery.
Mm.
So kaya I'm scared pero laban lang.
Mm. And I think you're
Yun
gonna
po.
be okay. Basta nandito
Thank
ka
you
lang
po.
sa Amerika at yung mga doctors mo, they're very competent here in the
Right
US.
po.
Mm. How
Right
about
po.
yung
I'm
mga
just
bata?
concerned lang
Kumusta
sa
yung mga bata sa ngayon? How were you able to tell them
um
yung condition mo?
well, as for my son, he understood it completely. I spoke to him. He would
Yung
ask me about
eldest.
my appointment. Yes, yung 15-year-old ko po. So he would ask me like, "Mom, do you have your appointment?" He would ask me like update. Even for example, if I go to my appointment, after that he would ask me like, "How was it? What happened?" Pero very calm lang siya, teenagers as if parang kalma lang sila, ganyan. He's very quiet kasi. So yung daughter ko and yung son ko, very opposite sila ng personality. Yung daughter ko is very hyper, very attentive, while my son is very reserved and quiet, mahiyain.
Mm.
So, pero yung son ko, because he's 15, he understood it. I even explained about BRCA1. I told him, even you're a boy, once
Mm.
you're 18, I want you to do the testing.
Yes. Mm.
Because there's a chance that you may have it also,
Mm.
because there's a 50-50 chance, and I'm praying that you would not have it. Pero kako, because I already have it, and I have cancer 2 times. This is second time now. It's very, unpredictable. Kako, it's better that you'll do your testing once you're 18. And he
Mm.
understood naman po. As for my daughter, all she knew is like, mommy has ouch ouch. She would say ouch ouch because she saw the surgery, and she said, "Oh, mommy has ouch ouch. Mommy, is your ouch ouch okay?" So ganun lang siya, pero she doesn't understand the depth of it.
Mm.
Yun po.
How about yung husband mo? Importante yung
Ah,
yung support din ng mga partners natin.
right. Up and down po. Minsan I could feel na he understood the situation, nag-help naman siya. But there are times na parang because of my personality, like how I look right now, I look normal. I'm handling my situation okay.
Mm.
So parang nakakalimutan niya na, hey, I'm a cancer patient, na nakakalimutan mo na may cancer ako and I'm still going through with this, na, sometimes husband and wife, there are differences and stuff. And yun, minsan parang nakakalimutan niya na may sakit ako. Kasi nga, I
Mm.
handle myself this way.
Mm.
Pero, yun po,
And you're very positive.
I am, and yes po, kasi parang sabi ko nga I don't have anybody here. I only
Mm.
have my children to kind of like boost my energy every time I'm feeling down. Ni isang friends na talagang pwedeng lumapit, wala. Kasi what happened, my husband is very private. So he doesn't want people around the house, and he doesn't want me to really interact with people, even neighbors. So
Mm.
so I'm very kind of like isolated, kumbaga, na even
Mm.
though there are Filipinos that I met in Facebook,
Mm.
they
So
wanna
mostly
come
sa
visit
social
me.
media ka na lang nakikipagkaibigan.
Yes po, yes po. And I actually did not tell my husband about it kasi medyo private nga siya. So he doesn't believe in interaction and social media lifestyle.
Mm.
So para walang issue, I just did not
Mm.
tell
Mm.
him. Kasi
Mm.
through Facebook, I talk to my friends, my family back home, and then yung Filipinos here in the US.
Mm.
I get the chance to really talk to them. And
Mm.
it's helping po, it's helping.
Yeah.
Kasi nga,
It's
wala akong
also a
people
good
here.
thing yung ano niya, ginagawa niya. Kasi alam mo, minsan pag marami kang kaibigang Filipino, nako,
Uh,
alam mo
Opo,
na. Aha.
totoo
And
din
I
po
guess
yan.
he is
So,
just trying to protect you as well and your family.
probably. I don't know what his reason is, pero yun nga po. Pero totoo po yan. We cannot really trust
Mm.
a lot of people here. Kasi nga minsan, kung sino pa yung kalahi natin sila pa yung
Mm.
magda-down sa'yo. So,
That's right. Mm.
minsan they ask you things, akala mo they're caring for you,
Mm.
they're curious about your health, and they care. Pero yung totoo po, nagmamarites lang.
Mm. Yung sa akin nga
Right.
sabi nila wala daw akong cancer. Parang gusto mo sabihin, kayo
OMG.
kaya
Gra-
magpa-mastectomy, tingnan natin.
right. And it's not easy po talaga yung decision making to get rid of your
Mhm.
breast.
Mhm.
That's part of being a
Oh,
woman.
yes.
Parang,
And not only that, yung
yeah,
breast natin, ito yung pinaka-attractive na part ng
exactly.
katawan ng isang tao. 'Di ba yung mga ano nga, yung mga lalaki na nagta-transform to be a woman, ang unang
Right.
pinapagawa ay yung breast.
Right. Totoo po. And people who did not go through this situation that we've been through, they would never understand na to
Mhm.
have a decision to get rid of your, this is not cosmetic.
Oh,
Unlike like
yes.
yung magpapalagay ng breast, magpapalaki ng breast. No. In our case, we have to get rid of everything.
Mhm.
And you have to endure just to handle with it. Like, hindi na
Mhm.
siya yung normal breast mo
Yes. Ako nga hanggang ngayon kahit meron na ako nitong ano, yung fake na ano, na breast, I don't even look at it.
Right.
Mhm. And
Because,
then I develop yung tinatawag, I don't know if you developed that. I developed this post-mastectomy syndrome na 'di ba kasi yung ating ano, yung tissue ng
arm,
breast natin, yeah, nagkaroon ng nerve damage. Kaya
it
minsan
ha-
I feel like nagkakaroon ako ng heart attack kasi masakit eh. So I've been going back and forth to the ano, cardiologist kasi nga masakit yung sa ano, dito pa sa left na
right.
breast.
It happened po. And then in my case naman, ang pinaka ang sinasuffer ko talaga ngayon yung arms, both of my arms. Kasi when I first had my cancer when I was 26, they took out 13 lymph nodes. So 13 lymph nodes, maraming nodes na po yun eh.
Mm.
And then on my left side, it's 19.
Yeah.
So ang daming lymph nodes are
Nagsagi ba
very
yung
important.
arms mo? Kasi yung sa akin dati tone na tone nang kinuha yung lymph nodes,
Nag,
nagsagi.
yes po.
Yeah, tingnan mo yan, 'di ba nagsagi siya?
Yes, yeah. Parang
Oo,
nag-loose
oo,
skin, nagsagi
oo.
po siya talaga. And sometimes they're numb. Minsan pag kinakamot mo, hindi mo ma-feel yung pagkamot mo kasi wala kang maramdaman. And
Wala ka talagang maramdaman.
it's been 8 years for my right side. May times na talagang numb pa rin po siya. And
Mm.
now I'm dealing with my left side. And minsan ganun din po yung pakiramdam. Sabi ko, wow, yung nerve. Kasi nga ang daming lymph nodes. Pero ang pinagkaiba po, dito sa left side ko, they did bypass, lymphovenous bypass. So, yun po yung sinasabi nila na new thing ngayon about cancer, about breast cancer, na para ma-avoid daw po yung lymphedema.
Mm.
So, sa Pilipinas, they did not do anything like that. Pero ito pong left ko, they did something like that.
Yes.
So, I think it's helping. It's helping naman. Kaya,
Mm.
yun po. Very
Yeah.
advanced talaga tayo dito.
Mm. So Marjorie, sa lahat ng mga nangyari sa buhay mo 'no, ano yung natutunan mo sa sakit na cancer?
During my first diagnosis, kasi during my first diagnosis, sabi ko nga mas mahirap yung sa akin noon, na parang hindi ko ganun siya hinandle ng like how I'm handling it now. I even questioned God. Sabi ko, Lord, why me? Kasi I was a single mom, breadwinner. I was uh I was going to church 3 times a week. I was doing Sunday school. I was doing a lot of charities, helping a lot of kids on the street, teaching them gospel and stuff like that. So sabi ko, why me? Parang wala naman akong ginagawang masama. So, it happened. Pero one thing na natutunan ko when I first had it is learn to appreciate everything. Every little things po talaga. Minsan kasi we're too busy. We're
Mm.
too busy with our problems, kung paano mag-survive day to day. And we are forgetting na hindi hindi lahat ng bagay is problema. May mga bagay tayo na dapat ina-appreciate, na every little things we have to be grateful. So, naalala ko noon when I met one friend, unfortunately, she passed. She had lung cancer and
Mm-mm.
nag-metastasize na siya. She's younger than me. I brought her food from Manila and I gave her food and she was happy na she burped. Dumighay siya.
Mm-mm.
So, nung nagdighay siya, her aunt and her, they were so happy. Sabi ko, anong meron? Dumighay lang naman siya. She's just birthing. And it turned out, because of the chemotherapy, yung mga treatment niya, is she's having a hard time eating na.
Mm-mm.
And she never birthed for a couple months na.
Mm-mm.
Kaya, nung dumighay siya, parang sobrang grateful nila. Na sabi ko, look at this. People complain about their things, what they're going through.
About
Pero may
other
mga,
people.
right, pero hindi nila alam, people don't know that there are other people there fighting hard for their life, and
Mm-hmm.
every little things, even dighay, even
Mm-mm.
burp, na
Yeah.
na-appreciate nila. So, yeah, we have to appreciate life talaga, na kung ano man yung maliliit na bagay na meron tayo,
Mm-hmm.
even our job, pag may trabaho
Mm-hmm.
ka, ipagpasalamat mo yan.
Yes.
Pag may buo kang pamilya, ipagpasalamat mo. But of course, most importantly, yung health po natin. Pag may maganda kang kalusugan, wag mo pong sayangin, wag kang magbisyo, kasi health is wealth. Health is
Mm-hmm.
wealth.
Yes.
So, yeah, yun po yung natutunan ko doon. And ang one thing po related to Christianity na isa pang natutunan ko is not all the time kaya natin, kasi I'm a very independent person, kasi nga I was a single mom, and I grew up with a broken family then, and at the time parang kayang-kaya ko lahat eh, na I was
Mm-hmm.
handling everything. I was also a breadwinner. So, akala ko nun kaya ko lahat. So, when I
Mm-mm.
had cancer, all of a sudden, I broke down.
Mm-mm.
Even I stopped going to church. I stopped going to church. I was so
Mm-hmm.
devastated and everything. So, after that journey, na-realize ko na hindi lahat pala kaya natin. There are
Mm-mm.
times that we have to surrender it to the Lord.
That's right.
Na there are things talaga na even though you're the strongest person or the wealthiest person this world, hindi lahat kaya natin. May mga bagay sa mundo na all we have to do is sit down and surrender it to God.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun po.
Well, thank you so much, Marjorie, and sana makatulong or nakatulong ang
Yes po.
Filipino-American Cancer Care sa
Yes
cancer
po. Very
journey mo
helpful.
ngayon. And we are so thankful din na naging isa kang beneficiary ng Filipino-American Cancer Care.
Yes po. Thank you so much. Thank you so much po sa lahat po ng donors natin. And even those dun po sa event natin, sa successful event natin, I'm
Napanood
very
mo ba?
grateful. Nakapanood po ako ng slides, and
Mm-mm.
yes, it's very beautiful yung mga models natin and
Mm-mm.
everything.
Sana
It's
next year
very
makapag-model ka. Punta ka dito.
I would love to. I would love to. God willing po talaga. I would love to. That would be nice. Kasi sobrang saya po. Nakapanood ko yung ilang part ng video, and ang saya tignan. Napaka very positive niya. And you have a lot of great models po. Ang
Mm-mm.
ganda ng mga suit
Ay,
nila
naku,
and
pwede nang
everything.
ilagay yun sa Guinness Book of World Records yung aming mga models. 110,
Yes.
tumataas pa.
Right, right. So sobrang successful po ng program and ng event, and like I said, nagpapasalamat po talaga ako sa Filipino American Cancer Care, sa iyo po sis. Very grateful po talaga ako kasi hindi niyo po talaga alam kung, even though may nagsasabi na money is, we can spend the money, mawawala din yan. Pero in this tough situation that I am
Mm,
in right now, and the other cancer patient,
yeah.
every little help matters po talaga, and I'm very grateful to that. Maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you so much sa ating mga followers, viewers, volunteers, sponsors, and donors ng Filipino-American Cancer Care. Next time or next week naman, balik tayo dito sa PHLV Radio. Thank you so much ating station manager, Johan, and sa ating pagbabalik, makakasama na natin si Emerich Richie Vicente. Goodbye and good night sa ating mga tagatangkilik ng Filipino-American Cancer Care. This is Josie Moralidad Zaiman. Bye!
The Filipino American Cancer Care has just brought you On the Air with FACC, tributes and support to those impacted by cancer. On the Air with FACC, the Filipino American Cancer Care on PHLV Radio.